Hello, 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 my darlings. Well, we have made it through Christmas. I hope you enjoyed my Christmas special. Welcome to another segment of A Slice of Life with Georgianne Thomas. And, I got something new for Christmas. I got this nice light. It's supposed to make me look better. I don't know, can you see it when I put my glasses like that? You can see the round light? Okay. Ooh, I like it. Listen, I hope you had a very nice holiday. I hope you had a nice holiday with yourself, a nice holiday with your family, a nice holiday with friends. You remember, we are still taking care of ourselves. We're making sure that we look out for number one. We're giving God all the honor and the praise. And we are making this journey work. Yes, we're older, but we're not old. Oh, yes, we still have our book. Yes, we are going to super age right on through 2024. We're going to super age right on through 2025, but we're definitely going to super age right now because we're not getting older. We're getting older, but we're not getting old. No, we're not. I like telling people, do you know how old I am? Well, I took a picture of myself this morning. I would show it to you. Oh my God, without all the get up here. Oh, child. I need all of this to make this 81 look like this. But anyway, let's go with this. Super aging, getting older, but not getting old. Why? Because we still have energy. We still have things to do. You know our new book. We're going into 2024 with this book, The Well-Lived Life. Yes. And we're going into this 2024 with a woman who was 102 years old when she wrote this book. Really? So if you're 65, how many more years do you have? 20, but you don't believe me, so let's go with 10. If you're 75, how many more years you have? 20, but you don't believe me, let's go with 10. We're going to go with 10. This one was 102, let's go with 10. All right, so what are we saying here? Oh my God, I had so much to tell you. I have so much to tell you that she said. Remember my last word, juice. I like it juicy. I'm going to have a juicy fourth quarter. I don't know about you, but my fourth quarter, meaning my fourth quarter, I'm in my fourth quarter. Some of you are in your third quarter. If you're in your first and second quarter and you're watching me, I am just so pleased to have you. But the third and fourth quarter people are mostly with me. So what do you mean by that, Georgianne? With the fourth quarter people, we're on our way to the other side. So when we get there, we'll get there. So we started like 875 forward, fourth quarter. Third quarter, I gave you all 55, 50 to 70. I think I did it that way. Then I did 70 forward. Okay, so if you're 50 years old, you're in your third quarter. And your second quarter would be like in your 30s, and your first quarter be like kids, So anyway, I'm glad to have you. Whatever quarter you in, we're in this together because it's a journey. I just told a girlfriend of mine, listen, when people treat you badly, then you turn around and say, what age would you like to die? You must want to die early. You don't want to get to my age. Because if you want to get to my age, you would treat me better. Because when you get to my age, some youngin' like you are going to treat you badly. What goes around comes around. Karma is I can't say that. Anyway, so this is what I'm saying to you. I'm saying to you, whatever age you are, enjoy that age because there are people who didn't make it. There are people who wish. My father didn't make past 50. Okay, and here I am, 81. All right, so what was our word? Our word right before Christmas was juicy. So can I say, I hope you had a juicy Christmas. I hope you got all the juice you needed. I hope that every gift had some juice in it. Every piece of food had some juice in it. Everything you had was juicy. Because I'm loving this word. Because she asked in there, we have exercises in here on how to get your juice back. I love it. So one of the things we talked about, and I have to hold up the book, you all, because now some things I can play with and some things I cannot play with. And that is, I need to hold the book up. All right. So, hold up the book would be proper. So my question to ask you, what I want to ask you about being powerful. Without juice, it's hard to feel joy. Without juice, it's hard to feel joy. And where's your juice? What level is your juice? Huh? Do you need a juicer? Ooh, I could just go on with this, couldn't it? Do you need a juicer? You need someone to add to your juice? What do you need to add to your juice? Do you need to change the ingredients in your juice? How to get your juice, the juice where you need to have? You shouldn't give me a word because you know I'm going to go on with it. So I'm asking you about your juice. Okay. So she is saying in here, now mind you, MD, not my D's. MD, different kind of D's. Okay, she says here, without juice, it's hard to feel joy. Now listen, what she adds to this is, and both physical and mental health start to waver. So you know your physical health and your mental health is based on your juice. How many times I tell you, you can't have the surgeries that I had. Breast cancer, mastectomy. Okay? Right here. I ain't got no shame in my game. They make you another one anyway. Let's go with colon cancer 1. I had emergency. Bleeding. About to die. I was glad a friend came over to my house just to kind of keep me, I had to go to the surgery the next day. Then the third surgery was like, I'm sorry. See, when the last one was an emergency and we were trying to save your life, we didn't look around the corner to see that there was another cancer growing. And so it grew, and now we got to give you a third time. And then and it was so bad that we had to give you infusion chemo that you take home because we're trying to save your life because you're on your way out, baby girl. Juice. How did I get my juice back? Well, on each time they told me whatever they told me, I was like, okay, thank you. Let me see what I got to do. That's the attitude you got to have. Let me see what I tell you about this? This controls this. So when they tell you only have this many days to live and this going on, this controls this. And so you say, okay, all right, let me just go on with life and go on with life. Don't have no countdown. Some of you all can't wait to retire to sit by the coffin and get in it. Oh, God. Anyway, this is a part, okay, both physical and mental health start to waver. All right. You got to ask your patients. She asked her patients, what are you living for? They couldn't give her an answer. How do you not have an answer to why are you living? You don't have an answer? Oh, God. Stick with me. Did you subscribe? Did you write comments? Did you share? People need to hear this. Can I get some people to do that? 5. Those who love me. If you just met me, thank you. The people who just met me are more likely to get me 5 people to subscribe. Just tell them to turn it on, subscribe. People who love me, I ain't gonna give her all that. She don't need all that. There's something wrong with us as a people. It's something seriously wrong with us as people. But guess what? I'm going on because I want my juice. I have my juice. I want you to have your juice. I want you to have a good, healthy, mentally healthy life. And how do we do that? The well-lived life. Okay, so anyway, let's go on to the next thing. Many struggle to find out who they really are. You know what? It took me a minute to find, well, you know what? I knew who I was, but I couldn't tell anybody. And when I told people, nobody believed me. I said, I sing. It was like, you teach. And I would just struggle with it. I struggle with it. I'm going to thank Dr. Vernica Mack for my next time I came out. And Harvey Scales. Vernica Mack said it's a club called Fahrenheit down on Camilton Road. And they let people sing. And I went down there and I sang. And I gave him my nerve. And then it was Constance Booth, who my soror teaches at Clark Atlanta with me, who said one day that she had a music teacher, a voice trainer, voice person. And I said, oh my God, I want to do that so badly. She said, well, get my person. And so I did a couple of voice things with them, and that gave me my little boost. God will send you the stuff. You just gotta believe. I didn't believe. I believed, but I've been disappointed so many times, at the Birdcage. I told you that story. At Pascal's or Carousel, I told you that story. It wasn't until I was talking with Dr. Meeks, and she said, you can use the Absalon Center. And I was like, what? And Sean Walker said, we're going to do this. I was like, what? And you know the story. You can go on YouTube and look up the One Woman Show. You can see all the people there. And so that gave me my boost. As soon as I got my boost and ready to go, I had talked with Dr. Joyce Nottingham, my classmate, Spelman College class of 64. I was going to try to see if I could book the Morehouse School of Medicine. They got a nice auditorium. If I couldn't get the Ray Charles, and just put on me another show. Then I called my friends Larry and Arthur down to the Fox. So I got real beside myself. I really did. And I was going to do all this. And guess what happened in 2020 when we had the show February 13, 2020, not knowing that in March 2020, the whole city, the whole world shut down. And so now we're on 2023. I'm just not coming back out. I met Harvey by that time. And, and Jarvis. And I just started feeling pretty good. And Jesse James, and just got with some people who sing, and my trombone player, and just different people that encouraged me. And now I'm encouraged, and I'm 81. Oh my goodness, it took me all that time to get this going, and now I got the numbers game to play. I got the, what's the stuff you got to get Botox to do. I got to get me some teeth, I got to see what's going on under this wig. I mean, oh my God. But guess what? I'm still encouraged. You can't take my juice. Let me get you the next line. It says here. So many struggle to find out who they really are and what gives them juice. I just told you my story. So what gives you juice? What do you struggle with? You struggle with people and friends. Child, forget them. I mean, family and friends. If you want to turn your dream into a nightmare, tell a family member or tell a friend. How is it that I'm on Netflix? I mean, it's not the end all to be all, but for me to be on Netflix really means something, really meant something. To be on High on the Hog, oh my God, season 2, oh my goodness, episode 3, really? And I can't tell you a family member, my daughter, but I'm just talking about family members, just everybody been busy and, where it's just Netflix. I'm thinking like, wow, Netflix? Anyway, some of you have seen it. And I'm so grateful to Dr. Clarissa Myers Harris. I keep saying it. It's Jeff Martin. And just the whole group. I'm not going to call all y'all names again because I call you names all the time. I call Michelle Barnwell's name all the time. I'm always talking about, I'm always talking about the host and just, story, all that. I'm just not going to do that anymore. I'm just saying thank you. And so, you got to just know that God got a plan for you. I know he has a plan because he kept me through 3 surgeries. 3. And 3 chemos. That last chemo. Anyway, the question is, you're still with this. How you doing with that? What's your juice? So she says, I could see the light sparkling in his eyes. He was filled with his juice. Okay, so she asked somebody. They finally gave her an answer. A person went all right around Adam's house cat to finally get to a question she asked about the juice. And they finally revealed a dream. When you reveal your dream, that's when you get your juice. What is your dream? Have you revealed it? Have you told anybody? Have you just said it out loud? Close the freaking door and say it out loud. Go in the bathroom, look in the mirror and say that dream out loud. And watch your countenance change. Watch your heartbeat change. Watch you get your some juice. That juice will come because you will have revealed the truth. And you won't have that pain in your heart like I did. You won't be carrying stuff around for 3 cancers. Just get that mental health together. Get that health together. Get your life together. Get that smile together. Get so to it, Jan. You're just getting younger and younger. Well, thank you for telling me all that. The lighting is getting better and better. All right, let's go on. Sometimes finding our juice pushes us to go through a transition in life. Did you hear what I said? Did you hear me? Reno. Is that who I like? Yeah, Reno. For the people in the back. Sometimes finding our juice pushes us to go through a transition in life. It shows us who we really are. This may require us to make a change, start doing something new, or stop doing something we've done for quite some time. Whoo, y'all need to change some of those habits y'all been in forever. Yes, you do. Start something new. Do something new. You know what? You don't need those people you used to be with. Those people you used to be with, if they still doing the same thing, you still love them, you still kiss on them, you still check on them, but you go on and meet you some people that's doing something else. It's not that you don't need them anymore. You just check on them, love them, kiss them, bless them, and then you go on and find some people that's doing more like what you're doing. And then if you're waiting for them to say, okay, honey, you'll be waiting forever. Do you think anybody that I know personally, my very, very, very good friends that I know personally, they had all kind of events during the Christmas. Did they pick up the phone and call me and say, would you like to come? I watched them on Facebook. I loved it though. I loved every one of their events. I did. I wasn't invited to any of them. And it's okay. You got to get to that point in your life where you just say, it's okay, because you still love them. You don't love them any less. You just love them from afar because you got things to do. What you got to do, you got to find your juice. Now, some people say, oh, you need to go somewhere and sit down. Why? Why do you need to go somewhere and sit down? You know, I watched a friend. I love her dearly. I love her dearly. I watched her go somewhere and sit down, and now she doesn't know who she is. She asked me, who, I start crying. She'll say, who am I talking to? Oh my God, that's so heartbreaking. Because she went somewhere and sat down. Don't do any of that. Don't listen to any of those people. Let them go ahead and sit down. But, you know, you got to keep things going. If you don't keep things going, the mind will say, oh, because a mind is a terrible thing to waste. You know, I'm serious right now. And if you allow yourself to just sit, that mind will say, oh, I don't have to work as hard. Oh, I'm just going to do puzzles. Oh, well, I'll just do puzzles and then I'll just stop fading away because you don't need me as much. I'm active because I need my mind to have a lot to do. I teach 160 people per semester. You know, trust me, that alone, okay? It's some new people out here. Y'all who used to teach school, okay. Let me go on. Okay, this says start doing something new. This has been my new, because I just feel like I need to share this crazy life I've had, the people laughed at. There's some good stuff that went on in here. And I want to share with you because I don't want you to make some of the same mistakes I made. I have a book, yes I do, called Guide to the Second Time Bride. Did I read my own book? I wrote it in the 70s. Beverly Fontaine would tell you what was going on with me in the 70s. You know, they say tell your own story because people love to tell something about you. You know she was this. You know she... So what? So what? So what? I'm here today. And a lot of people are not here today. But one thing, he ain't here today. May God rest his soul. Okay. I ain't talking about Alvin. I'm talking about somebody else. Alvin was a whole nother thing. I had no idea a whole half a year would be spent on taking care of somebody in hospice. But you don't know what God has for you. You don't know. And you don't know why he gave me this extra strength. Maybe he said, let me see what you're going to do with him. Let me see what you're going to do with him. Let me see what you and Alvin are going to do with him. What you going to do with him, Georgianne? How you going to treat him? After the way he treated you, how you going to treat him? Are you going to do my will? I did God's will. And so he gave me some more juice. Okay. All right, let's go here. Now, why did I ask this? Oh, I'm asking you, are you experiencing panic attacks? You know why you're experiencing a panic attack? Because you have allowed yourself to get caught up in time and numbers. That's why you're experiencing a panic attack. Like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, time is running out. Oh my God, look how old I am. That's a panic attack. The heck with that. Forget all that. Because we got juice to collect. Juice to start over with. We need a juicer. Y'all know I promise you I went to school. I promise you I have 3 degrees and several certificates. Okay. Oh, this one person that she was talking about says, I guess I don't have anything to live for anymore. Oh, please don't get at that point. Oh my God. You know what I did though? Let me back that up. I was in this very space, and I knocked on death's door 3 times. I did. I asked. I went to the door. I saw the door. See, y'all don't know nothing about seeing death. Y'all don't know nothing about looking death in the face, and I don't want you to know that. But if you do know something about looking death in the face, then you know you need to be finding your juice. I looked death in the first time I knocked on the door. Nobody came to the door, and I just said, okay. The second time I knocked on the door. Nobody came to the door. I stayed and knocked a long time. The third time, when that door opened and the Reaper was standing there, and I was glad to see the Reaper, and the Reaper said, get away from this door. It's not your time. When I came back to myself, and I came back, and I sat on the side of the bed. My daughter came in, and I said, you know what? The Reaper, I got to go. And the phone rang at 10 o'clock at night, which means it was 11 o'clock in Atlanta. And my doctor said, someone just told me to check on you. Dr. Doug Collins. I said, I can't make it. He said, we're going to take you off of that chemo, and we're going to let life. You got to get your juice. You got to know about your juice. You got to get that juice. You know why? Because I love you, and you can't do anything about it. Don't you love this light? I can get all this packed up. Wait a minute. If I do it like that, you can see the light, right? My new light. I got to figure out how to do this so you don't see the light. I got to... Like that, maybe. Oh, there you go. No light. I love you, and you can't do anything about it.